Moving into a peaceful suburban neighborhood felt like a fresh start for me. The picturesque houses, well-maintained lawns, and friendly neighbors seemed like the perfect environment to begin anew. However, my perception of this idyllic neighborhood was about to be shattered by the chilling events that unfolded after the Forrester family moved in next door. From the moment they arrived, an unsettling aura seemed to envelop the Forrester house. Their Victorian-style home, while beautiful, exuded an eerie vibe that I couldn't shake off. With its slightly overgrown garden and windows that always seemed to be closed, it stood out like a dark anomaly amidst the cheery surroundings. As days turned into weeks, the unease grew. Whenever I glanced toward the Forrester house, I couldn't shake the feeling that someone was watching me from behind those curtains. Whispers floated through the neighborhood, speculating about the new family. They were rarely seen outside, and when they were, it was as if they were shrouded in an air of secrecy. My curiosity got the best of me, and one evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, I decided to pay the Forrester family a visit. My heart raced as I knocked on their door, unsure of what to expect. Mrs. Forrester answered, a smile warm, but her eyes distant, like windows to a secret world. Hello, she greeted politely. Hi, I'm your neighbor from next door, I introduced myself, trying to sound casual despite the unease swirling within me. She nodded, her gaze lingering on me for a moment too long. It's nice to meet you. As we talked, I couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. I kept glancing toward the windows, half expecting to see a figure moving behind the curtains. Mrs. Forrester's attention seemed to waver at times, as if her mind was somewhere else. Trying to suppress my growing discomfort, I made small talk about the neighborhood and asked about their daughter, Lily, whom I had yet to see. Mrs. Forrester's expression tightened, and for a brief moment, I sensed a flicker of something like fear in her eyes. After a while, our conversation ended, and I bid her farewell. Walking back to my house, a shiver ran down my spine, and I couldn't shake the eerie feeling that the Forrester family was hiding something deeply unsettling. As weeks turned into months, rumors about the Forrester family began to circulate. Strange noises emanated from their house at odd hours, and the soft glow of their lights could be seen through the windows even in the dead of night. It was said that they never seemed to leave their home during daylight, further fueling the whispers that something sinister was afoot. Then, one fateful night, a piercing crash shattered the silence. My heart thundered in my chest as I rushed to my window, peering out toward the Forrester house. The front door hung open, and a faint, flickering light bathed the living room in an eerie glow. Whispers and alarmed phone calls filled the air, a shared sense of fear rippling through the neighborhood. Unable to ignore the growing unease, I found myself drawn to the Forrester house the next morning. As I stepped onto their porch, a sense of foreboding settled over me. The door creaked open with an eerie moan, revealing a scene of chaos. Furniture lay overturned, shards of glass littered the floor, and a series of intricate drawings covered the walls. The drawings were unlike anything I had ever seen, a fusion of geometric patterns and cryptic symbols that seemed to writhe with an otherworldly energy. It was as if they were a portal into another realm, a realm that exuded a palpable malevolence. And there, in the midst of the chaos, stood Lily Forrester, her eyes vacant and distant, as if she were in a trance. Lily, are you okay? My voice trembled as I spoke. Her gaze snapped to me, and for a moment, her eyes cleared. He's here, she whispered, her voice a mixture of fear and relief. He's always been here. Confused, I followed her gaze, my heart plummeting as I saw Mr. Forrester emerging from the shadows. His expression was blank, his eyes void of any emotion. His hands were stained with something dark and viscous, like fresh blood. The drawings on the wall seemed to pulsate with an unnatural energy, casting a sickly glow across the room. The air was heavy with an otherworldly malevolence, and I couldn't shake the feeling that I had stepped into a nightmare. As Mr. Forrester moved closer, an instinctual terror took hold of me. My fight-or-flight response kicked in, and I turned and fled from the house, leaving behind the incomprehensible horror that had taken root next door. The events of that night haunted me for years to come. The Forrester house remained a chilling reminder that darkness can thrive even in the most serene settings. The neighborhood, once united in its sense of security, became divided by fear and suspicion. To this day, I can't shake the feeling that the Forrester family was connected to something beyond our understanding, something malevolent and ancient. Their house stands as a beacon of the terrors that can lurk just beyond the surface, a testament to the fact that even the most welcoming facades can hide the most horrifying secrets.